Today we're going to be discussing a sutta called Khema, Khema. Khema was a god, a heavenly being, deity. So the name of the sutta is Khema Sutta, and I made a topic this way: doing good deeds lead to joyful and happy mind with wisdom, according to the Khema Sutta, Samyutta Nikaya 2.22. So what happens is this deity Khema came to see the Buddha and then stood to one side and then recited three verses in front of the Buddha. What are they? And then we can go on to talk about what the Buddha told in reply. And he also said three verses which seem to have improved the ideas of the deity. Let me read in Pali first. Charanti bala dummedha amitte nevatana karonta papakang kammang yang hoti katukappalam. The meaning is, foolish and unintelligent people treat themselves like an enemy. They do bad deeds with bitter fruit. So the idea is clear. The second verse, Natang kammang katang sadhu yang katva anutappati yassa assu mukho rodang vipakang patisevati. The meaning, it's not good to do a deed or karma after which you will regret. You experience the result weeping with a tearful face. So no bad karma has to be done because we know that by doing a bad karma definitely will give rise to tears when you really understand what we did at a later time. The third verse, which was recited by the deity Khema, Tancha kammang katang sadhu yang katva anutappati yassa assu mukho rodang vipakam pati sevati. It's good to do a deed, good karma, after which you will not regret. You experience the result joyful with a happy mind. So every time when we try to do karma, we need to find out which karma will give rise to happy, wise future. Because our future should be happy and wise, and we don't believe that this happy and wise future or mentality feeling in the future will not give rise after we make a bad karma, after we make a bad deed. So it looks like that before doing any karma, we have to look at the repercussions, the results, effects. I don't think a lot of people do that. They just do it, right? Just do it. But just do it theory might be okay for some normal stuff, but especially when it comes to things that might cause harm towards oneself and towards other people, it might be a problem. So that's why Buddha says before you make any karma with your words, with your speech, with your thoughts, with your actions, give some time to think about. It might be a second, might be a minute, because sometimes you can't have a lot of time, right? You just have to decide just like right away. But take at least a second, at least a minute. What will give rise after this? Will I be really tearful? Will I be really happy? So that's what the deity says. So in the first stanza, the deity Khema says, foolish and unintelligent people treat themselves like an enemy. They do bad deeds with bitter fruit. That means if you really like you, don't behave in a way like an enemy, right? Because it's you, right? Whatever you do, think or talk, the repercussions will be coming on your way, not on other people. So then, so don't be an enemy towards yourself. So this is what the first verse says. And the second verse says, do not do any action, speech, or any thought which may give rise to any tearful, unhappy feelings in the future. So also make karma, good karma, that will give you happy, smiling, and wise future. Right? It could be near future, it could be the long run, right? So that's what the deity Khema said. Now it's Buddha's turn. So it looks like Buddha was improving his version in different ways, so that we can get a sense of what Buddha says. Patigaccheva tang khaira yang janya hitamattano na sakatika chintaya manta dhiro parakkami. Now, the Buddha heard what the deity Khema said, and Buddha was trying to sort of like improve what he thinks. As a precaution, you should do what you know is for your own welfare. A thinker, a wise one, would not proceed thinking like the cart driver. At that time, there were no automobiles, right? There were carts, so drawn by animals. Do not think like a cart driver. What's the mentality of a cart driver is mentioned in the next stanza. Yata sakatiko pantang samang hitva mahapatang visamang maggamaruya akachino jayati. It's about a highway and a countryside road. Suppose a cart driver leaves the highway, exiting the highway, so even and well compacted, the highways are well compacted and even, and they enter upon a rough road and fret when their axle breaks. Highly likely that the axle is going to be broken when they going on the rough roads, countryside roads. Evang dhamma apakkamma adhamma manuvattiya mando machu mukang pattu akkachinno jaya. So how Buddha applies that example into this understanding of the deva, the deity, because now the main thing in the story is about doing active actions, making thoughts, and speaking good words before doing any kind of those actions, thoughts, and words. One has to think. So too, an unwise or an unwise person departs the good. Oh, so highway is applied to the place where you do good things. It's highway, so it takes you to a destination faster than the countryside road, right? No traffic lights, and you can go fast, and the speed. To follow what's against the good. Fallen in the jaws of death, they fret like their axles broken. So the unwise person always attempts to exit the highways and then don't take it in this way. Some people want to do it for different reasons. Sometimes there could be some traffic at some places. Some people want to go see the countryside. But depending on this main rhetoric about using the highway and using a countryside road to a destination, as a normal rhetoric, one can always think that going on a highway, minimizes, your time and everything, right? So if someone wanna go to a place real quick, but doesn't know the benefit of the highway and exiting the highway and wanna go on a rough countryside road at that time, and that ruins one's vehicle, especially in this case the cart. So that's unnecessary. At the same time, Buddha says at that time they were, non-humans. They prey on humans, right? So when your cards are not drawn properly, when your axles are broken, and non-humans prey on you, and they might eat you, they might take your everything, right? So you are risking yourself by exiting highways, even compacted roads. When you are on such kind of a road, you are minimizing some dangers, depending on the time. So it's like the person who knows that this is good, but purposely, intentionally exiting that good path and then going on a very rough, trying to direct one's mind into bad deeds, right? In this case, bad speech, bad thought, and bad action. It is just as someone is exiting a cart is exiting the good roads, and then falling prey to unnecessary problems, especially for the vehicle and for the passengers inside, from non-humans and on the road. So it's a good example. And Buddha says one has to be a friend to oneself, because if we are really friends to us, that means we really think twice before we're gonna do anything. But the key thing in this topic, in this issue, is some people might complain, we don't have a lot of time, we have to do it right away. But still there is there may be a second, there may be a minute one can make use of. So don't just get discouraged. At least minimize and utilize that short time, and then optimize your activity and take it to the good side. Do not exit onto unnecessary routes, so that you may be in danger. Be a friend to you. Be a real friend to you. When you become a real friend to you, that means you are really taking care of you. Especially in this case, you are making your bright future without tears, without getting remorseful about your past, without being regretful about your past. So that's what Buddha said to the deity Khema. It looks like Buddha improved what deity Khema said, because Khema was just a deity, and he might have neglected some areas of this whole broad understanding. So what Buddha said was, he was kind of giving an example, and then improved what the deity Khema thought, especially in doing any activity that is common to all of us, all the beings, especially to humans, so that we are really careful in what we're gonna do, what we're gonna talk, what we're gonna think. If many of us do things this way, I think this world will be a very peaceful, very wise, very happy place. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't even take that time, but they take time for unnecessary stuff. Exiting stuff, exiting good stuff. And then they take a lot of time to go on bad roads, but they don't take time how to continue the highway, how to continue your good stuff, how to maintain. I think we talked about consistent practice of Dhamma, consistent practice of good things. Some people, they start good things, it's good, but the problem is they don't maintain it consistently. And today they do, but maybe in 3-4 weeks they might not do that. So that's why Buddha says you need to consistently practice, because the practice makes you a better person, as not only in your life skills but also in the spiritual skills. Any questions?
No, I understand.
Understand. Okay. Merry Christmas.
Well, you too. So thank you.
Well, although we're not celebrating, but it's kind of a common
nice
ceremony everywhere, right?
That's
so,
right.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be just a religious ceremony. So it's like a common, everybody can engage right? Anyways,
Right.
so let's share all the good karmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. May all the good karmas we've been accumulating so far be shared by all the departed relatives who passed away in the name of all of us. And last week I shared good karmas with one of my very good friends who passed away December 9. So just before I finish discussion, I mean December 9th, 1, so he passed away. Last week one, you were in Spain last Monday. I did this whole meditation plus this discussion as a dedication to this person, and he's the one who offered the Buddha statue. So the white Buddha statue behind us. So it was a good gentleman. So let's share all the good karmas with this gentleman, and as well as all the other beings who passed away in the name of all of us, this life, in the previous lives. May they be happy and peaceful. May they attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idammi ñāti nang hotu sukhita huntu ñāteyo. Idammi ñāti nang hotu sukhita huntu ñāteyo. Idammi ñāti nang hotu sukhita huntu ñāteyo. Also, let's share all the good karmas with the deities who protect and bless all of us. May the deities share in all these good karmas. May they be happy and peaceful. May they bless and protect all of us for good health and long life. 2020 is on the way. So may 2020 be a very prosperous, happy, wise new year to all of us. May deities also attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Akasattha ca bummattha devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkang tuluka sasanang. Akasattha ca bummattha devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkang tudesanang. Akasattha ca bummattha devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkang tumang paranti. Ittavata ca ammehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavata ca ammehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavata ca ammehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Finally, let's make a great wish. May all the good karmas that we've been accumulating in numerous ways help all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Abhivadana silisse nichang vadha pachayino chattaro dhamma vadhanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevache ato nibbana sampatti iminate saminchatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, let's respect the Buddhas 3 times.